The Reuss is a river in Switzerland, with a length of 164 kilometers and a drainage basin of 3,426 square kilometers. It is the fourth largest river in Switzerland. The Upper Reuss forms the main valley of the canton of Uri. The course Lower Reuss runs from Lake Lucerne to the confluence with the Aare at Brugg. Geography. Course. The Gotthard rises in the Gotthard Massif, emerging from Lago di Centro in the canton of Ticino and passing into the canton of Uri at Brugg-Boden. The Furka rises east of Furka Pass and forms Ersterental, passing Rielp at 1,540 meters. Gotthard and Furka join at Hospental. Downstream of Andermatt, the Reuss passes through Schollen and Gorge and under the legendary Devil's Bridge. At Goschenen it is joined by the Goschener Reuss. From here it forms the main valley of the canton of Uri, passing below Wassen, Göttingen, Silenen, and through Erstfeld, past Attinghausen and Altdorf, joining the southernmost part of Lake Lucerne at Seedorf. The Reuss leaves Lake Lucerne some 20 kilometers to the northwest, at the city of Lucerne. Notable bridges in Lucerne of the Kapellbrücke, first built 1333, rebuilt 1993, and Spreuerbrücke, built 1408. A needle dam just upstream from the Spreuerbrücke maintains the water level. It received the Kleine Emmer from Entelbach at Emmen. From here, it flows northeast through Bacrain, Route, Gisicken and Honau, and downstream of Honau leaves the canton of Lucerne, now forming the border between Aargau and Zug, passing Dietwil, Rischrotkreuz, Oberute and Sins, Heinenberg and Mühlau. It received the Lors from Lake Zug downstream of Maschwenden. Downstream of this confluence, the Reuss forms the border between Aargau and Zurich, passing Merenschwend and Ottenbach, and enters Aargau downstream of Ottenbach. Within Aargau, the Reuss flows past Aristau, Jonnen, Rottenschwil, and Lunkerhofen, Hermetschwil-Staffeln, here forming Flachsee, and onward to Zufingen, Bremgarten. The Reussbrücke at Bremgarten was first built c. 1270, first mentioned 1281. From Bremgarten, the Reuss meanders between the villages of Eggenwil, Fischbach, Goslikon, Canton, Niederwil, to Stetten, flowing past Tagerich, Mellingen, Biret, Mulligan, Bermenstorf, and between Windisch and Gebenstorf, finally joining the Aare just downstream of Brugg, at 327 meters. After the confluence, the river continues as the Aare, which flows into the Rhine at Koblenz. Catchment area. The catchment area of 3,426 square kilometers approximately covers central Switzerland. The catchment area of the Upper Reuss includes almost the entire canton of Uri. The highest point of the drainage basin is the summit of Dammerstock, at elevation 3,630 meters. The basin of the Lower Reuss adds the catchment areas of other tributaries of Lake Lucerne as well as that of the Kleine Emmer, including most of Nidwalden and Obwalden, and parts of Schwyz, Lucerne and Zug. Downstream of Lucerne, further tributaries add other parts of Zug as well as parts of Zurich and Aargau. Tributaries Reuss and its tributaries with length and catchment area from mouth to source. Reuss River 164 kilometers to 3,426 square kilometers. Mühlebach 8 square kilometers. Jonnen 46 square kilometers. Lors 390 square kilometers. Hasselbach Rigi AA 18.6 square kilometers. Furibach 12.8 square kilometers. Sinsebach 16 square kilometers. Ron 22.5 square kilometers. Kleine Emmer 58 kilometers to 477 square kilometers. Rangbach, Rumlich, Wigger Aare, Fontanenenten Großenten 16 km Aabach Rotbach Kleiner Enten Headwaters Wissemmer, Waldemmer Lake Lucerne 113.6 square kilometers to 2,238 square kilometers Wurzenbach 7.7 kilometers to 39 square kilometers, Saare Dravasikanal Aare Lauibach 28 kilometers to 267 square kilometers Großschlier 17 kilometers to 28.8 square kilometers Großmelcharmelbach 18 square kilometers, Engelberger Aare 50 kilometers to 230 square kilometers Muerta 316 square kilometers Isitlerbach 60 square kilometers Altdorfer Dorfbach Upper Rus 832 square kilometers Schacken 109 square kilometers, Alpbach 32 square kilometers Kastellenbach 116 square kilometers Mayenrus 71 square kilometers, Goschenen Alprius 92 square kilometers Voralprius Unteralprius Oberalprius Headwaters at Hospental, Furkrus 12 kilometers Wittenwasserin-Rus Muttenrus Tiefenbach Seidlenbach Gotthardrus History. Name Ptolemy records the river's pre-Germanic name as Solana. The Germanic name is attested as Rusia from the 9th century, from an early Germanic *Rusi, oblique *Russo. Gruel interprets the name as an Old European hydronym, directly cognate with our is's. Because of Ptolemy's record of the pre-Germanic name Solana, it is possible that only part of the river was known as *Rusi in antiquity. Alternatively, *Rusi has been interpreted as a purely Germanic name introduced with Germanic settlement in the early medieval period, a derivation from ohg Rusa, USA, fish trap. Upper Rus until the 13th century, the Schollenen Gorge was impassable, separating Urseren from Uri. Urseren was accessible via Furka and Oberalp, and was under the influence of the bishopric of Chur. The main settlement area of Uri was the plain of the Rus estuary Altdorf. Settlements tended to form on either side of the river, while the river itself was often taken as communal a parish boundary. The Schollenen Gorge was made passable the 1230s, opening access to the Gotthard Pass. This resulted in an immense increase of the strategic value of the Rus Valley, as reflected in the grant of imperial immediacy to Uri and the wider political backdrop of the foundation of the Old Swiss Confederacy. The Rus was canalized between Attinghausen and Altdorf in 1850 to 1863, and to the river mouth in 1900 to 1912, significantly increasing the arable land in the Rus plain. A small river delta was reconstructed in 1985. After flooding in 1987, improved flood control measures were constructed during 1995 to 1999. A small hydroelectric plant was built in Schollenen Gorge for the construction of the Gotthard Tunnel in 1875. Larger hydroelectric plants were built at Amsterdam, Wassen and Goschenen. Lower Rus. The Lower Rus flows along a series of former glacial lakes. Settlements along the river were built on lateral moraines, while the riverbed itself was marshy and subject to flooding, and thus unsuitable for settlement. The oldest river crossings are along terminal moraines between the former glacial lakes. The Rus Valley was under Habsburg Austrian rule during the 14th century. In the 15th century, the Rus became the border between territories of the Swiss Confederacy, in 1429 between Lucerne and Zurich, and later between Zug, Zurich and the Freiamter Condominium, between Freiamt und Baden, and between Baden and Bern. Bern. The Reuss downstream of Ottenbach came to lie within Aargau with the creation of this canton in 1803. The Reuss had the status of imperial road in the late medieval period. Until 1798, it was the responsibility of cantonal authorities to keep the river navigable. The Reuss was important as waterway for traffic between Lucerne and Zurzach, and via Aare to Basel. Until the construction of transit roads in the 18th century, river crossings by ferry in the medieval period were at Lunkerhofen, Windisch, Sins, Mühlau, Obruti, and Dietuil. The crossing at Lunkerhofen was on the main route from Zurich to Bern. Bridges across the Reuss were in Lucerne, in Bremgarten, Mellingen and Gisichen. In 1528, the Catholic cantons blocked the trade routes across the Reuss for Protestant cantons, and trade between Zurich and Bern was rerouted through Windisch. Because ferries and bridges were a source of income, the construction of new crossings was opposed during the early modern period, and only one new bridge was built, commissioned by Zug at Sins. New bridges were built only after the collapse of the old Swiss Confederacy, e.g., at Windisch, Ottenbach and Mühlau. By the end of the 20th century, there were more than a dozen crossings of the Lower Reuss, including a number of railway and motorway bridges. Projects for canalization in 1648 and 1809 were not realized. In 1840, Aargau constructed some canalization with limited impact. A large-scale project of river engineering was completed during 1971 to 1985. The hydroelectric at Bremgarten-Zufingen was built in 1893 and enlarged in 1975.